Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my August favorites, and I'm going to get started because these videos tend to be a little bit longer. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Unwrinkle Eye. This is a deluxe sample, which is 0.3 ounces. A full size is 0.5 ounce for $100. I couldn't believe it. I looked up the price after I'd used up this whole container and I was like, that's really expensive. I've been using this for months. It's lasted a really long time. I love the little dispenser. You can just pump out just enough for your eyes, and there's no waste. I love the no waste application. I noticed my under eye area looked hydrated. My crow's feet and little fine lines were diminished. I wouldn't say that they were gone, but I didn't notice them as much as usual, and it's really nice. Also, this is suitable for sensitive eyes and contact lens wearers. I'm a contact lens wearer, and the product has been ophthalmologist tested and approved. So this was really good. I just wish it weren't so expensive, and I mean, you're only getting a little bit more compared to the sample. So if I ever see this on Sephora for a point perk, I will be scooping this up so fast. The Neutrogena Norwegian Formula Hand Cream. 2 ounces retails for $4.79, $5 at your local drugstore. This is a mini that I got at Walmart for 0.5 ounce. I paid $1. I wanted to test this out because Kristen Game really enjoys this product. I liked it, but I didn't love it. It was a little bit, had that like Vaseline consistency to it. It was very hydrating, but the consistency was a little bit too like moist and kind of sticky for me. It did dry down eventually, but I have other hand creams that I love more, so I wouldn't purchase a full size of this before using up what I have already. My next empty is the Origins A Perfect World SPF 25 Age Delay Moisturizer with white tea, and white tea is supposed to be like an anti-aging ingredient. 1.7 ounce retails for $43. This is 1.7 ounce. If you usually get it, this was a promo. If you usually get it, it's in a little jar, and I prefer this because you can squeeze this out on your hand versus dipping your fingers into the jar. I don't know, I prefer this method of dispensing for sure. It's hydrating. It is very luminous though. That's the one thing that I actually didn't like. If you have dry skin, you'd probably enjoy this a lot, but for me, my forehead's already oily, so when I put this on, my skin looked very luminous and nice, which is great for my cheeks, but my forehead was like, I'm like, great, it looks really luminous. It is made without parabens, phthalates, propylene glycol, mineral oil, PABA, paraben, DEA, synthetic color, synthetic fragrance, and animal ingredients. So I really like that about this product. Would I repurchase it? I think that I would if I could get it in this type of tube. I don't really like the jar. So if I could get it in this tube type, and I want to use up other skincare products first, so I won't be like running out to repurchase it, but I did like this. I wouldn't say that I'm absolutely smitten with it. I'm not absolutely in love with it, but I really liked it, and I do like that it's made without so many of those controversial ingredients. The Shiseido The Skincare Instant Eye and Lip Makeup Remover. I really enjoy this makeup remover a lot. It's 4.2 ounces, retails for $27 at Sephora. I do not pay that price, and I don't think that I would pay that price. I find mine at TJ Maxx for, I think when they don't have it on sale, it's $14.99, but I wait until it goes on clearance, and I've gotten this for around $10, which I think is definitely a good deal. There's a little nozzle, so it helps for a no-mess application to your cotton round, as well as if you want to use it on a Q-tip. It's really easy to use. It easily removes waterproof makeup, and it's gentle around my eyes. I really like it a lot, and I already have a backup of this. The next product that I have is the NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This is a deluxe sample that is 0.09 ounce. A full size is 0.26 ounce, and it retails for $25 at Sephora. This sample has lasted me so long, and the only reason it lasted me a really long time was because one of you guys, and thank you so much for this, recommended that I take the stopper out and I use either this, or I've used a little like e.l.f. concealer brush to get out the product. It lasted at least another 2 months of very, very consistent use. So definitely take the stopper out if you get this NARS Pro Prime. I really like this a lot. It's one of my favorite eye primers, and it keeps my eyeshadow from creasing. I could wear this for a 10-hour day and my eyeshadow will still look really nice, and I already have a backup sample of that. My next empty is the YSL Mascara. It's the Volume Effect Faux Cils. $32 for a full size. I did get this through Influenster. They sent it to me to test it out, see if I like it. I had a hard time getting past the bug spray scent. It literally smells like bug spray, and I actually did a test last night when I was typing up notes, because I like to type up notes for my empties so I don't forget anything. When I was typing up the notes on this item, I was like, John, close your eyes. John's my husband, if you're new to my channel. I was like, close your eyes, and he didn't know I had a mascara, and I walked over to him, and behind my back, I opened it up, and I was like, smell this. What do you think it smells like? And he was like, it smells like insect repellent. I was like, thank you. I'm not the only one who thinks this. I don't know if you guys feel that way about this. For the first 2 weeks, I did not like the formula of this, and I even thought about getting rid of it. But then I was like, no, they sent it to me. I want to really see what it's like after a couple weeks. Once it dried down, I loved the volume that it gave. There wasn't any flaking underneath my eyes, and I really loved how thick my lashes looked. But the bug spray scent, it's not for me at all. And $32 for mascara for something that I'm going to be throwing out in 3 to 4 months after opening it. I don't spend a whole lot of money on high-end mascaras, and if I did, I'd probably go with the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. It's less expensive. I think it's around $21. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments. But I would go with that one over this one, although the packaging is really nice on this. It's just too expensive, and the bug spray smell is not for me. I'm about 97% finished with this Buxom lip polish in Dolly, and I really like this a lot. It has a faint shimmer to it. A full size, this is just a deluxe size, but a full size retails for $19 at Sephora. The shimmer in it is not over the top at all. It makes your lips tingle if you like that. If you don't like that, I would say, you know, avoid this lip polish from Buxom. It has a peppermint flavor to it. It also has vitamin E and jojoba oil to help moisturize your lips, which I really like. It's made without parabens, sulfates, phthalates, GMOs, and triclosan. And I love the color Dolly so much. I'll try to do a swatch. I have just a couple more uses out of this. Beautiful rosy mauve shade. And it's one of my favorite colors. I'm going to be passing along part of the Wet n Wild Petal Pusher palette. And this side here, I don't really reach for it. I don't really love the colors or anything, so I'm going to be passing it along, or I might throw it out if none of my friends are interested in it. I got rid of this shade. I just threw it in the trash because it wasn't good, but I depotted the bottom 3, which were really pretty purples, and I put them in a Z palette. $4.99 for the 8-pan palette. Great deal. The Wet n Wild shadows, though, I really like the colors, I really like them, but I've been noticing lately, even with primers, different kinds of primers too, that they're not lasting all day on my eyes. And I know I have kind of oily lids, and that could be part of it, but I wanted to know if any of you have had that experience as well, that the Wet n Wild, they're so beautiful and pigmented, but then they don't last a full day on me. So I wanted to know if you had had that experience too. I'm so used to putting my beauty blender back there that I forgot this. I wanted to put this in my empties this month because it's starting to fall apart. It has little chunks coming out of it, and it's just time. I've had it for around 6 months, and even though I do spray it sometimes with a disinfectant, it is a sponge, and I need to get rid of it. $20 for this Beauty Blender sponge. I think that that is expensive for a sponge. I really like the Beauty Blender brand. I have tried dupes, but this one is the one that I like the best. I do want to try the Real Techniques dupe. If any of you have tried both the Beauty Blender and the Real Techniques dupe, I'd love to hear down in the comments what you think and how they compare. But I really like this sponge. I think it does a great job applying makeup, applying my foundation, but it is just really expensive. I already have a backup of it in my stash. A friend had sent me some, and then my husband had gotten me this one for Christmas, so I do have a backup already in my stash. So I'm gonna still use the Beauty Blender, but I wanted to know if there was a less expensive alternative that works just as good as this sponge. I'm throwing out my Revlon Colorstay Combination Oily Skin Foundation, and this is in 180 Sand Beige. It retails for around $9 to $13 in the drugstore, depending on where you go. The color has never been right for me. It's always been too peach shade, but then the next color down, Buff, is just way too fair. And the peach in this is just, it does not look right on my skin at all, and I've tried mixing it with other foundations like half and half ratios and trying to use this up, but the other day I was wearing it half and half with another foundation, and my sister-in-law was like, asked me about it. She's like, oh, what are you wearing? And I was like, I know it's too peach. And she's like, well, I was gonna mention that it looked a little, the color looked a little off. I know this isn't right, and lately it's been looking a little bit off-colored, like even darker in the bottle, so it's time to get rid of this. My last empty is a little perfume sample. It's Bon Bon by Viktor Rolf. It's a really nice little scent. I enjoyed using this. I would use this to like freshen up post-workout. I kept it in my purse, or if I was running errands and realized I forgot to put on a perfume, I'd just spritz this, and it just had a really nice scent to it. The notes are tangerine, blackcurrant, orange, jasmine, peach, orange blossom, cedarwood, caramel. It had a really nice scent to it, and I did enjoy using this. I'll insert a picture of the bottle. I really think the packaging is super cute, but I feel like $115 for a perfume is pretty expensive. I wish that they made a smaller size of this for around like 50 or 60, and I would consider buying it if I could get a smaller size. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys really soon, and have a wonderful week. Bye! I really like this a lot. It's one of my favorite, so it's very good. Few uses left out of this. I'll just put a little on the center of my lips. I really like this. Wet n Wild Pusher. Oh my gosh, what is all over my fingers? Oh, it's from me melting this. It's supposed to be this way. The first shadow here though was so hard I couldn't get any product out, so I just removed it, and I didn't really, it's not saved anywhere or anything. I threw it in the trash is what I did.